amazing opportunity to join a venture capital fund, a very unique one, blood test, simple blood test, during the first trimester of pregnancy from the pregnant mother could teach us the whole information that can be derived from an invasive test about the genomic content, the whole genome. Our platform technology can detect any genetic anomaly in the fetus of any scale, from point mutation, one nucleotide in the genome, to whole chromosome aberration.
Hello, hello, hello. Today we meet again with extraordinary entrepreneur and even venture investor who created amazing revolutionary technology. His name Amir Beker, and he is PhD in medical physics and seasoned entrepreneur. Before he started his entrepreneurial journey, he managed Hamad Venture Capital Fund. Also, Amir founded and led Biological Signals Processing Corporation, which he led to IPO for $25 million. Today, Amir on his new journey as the founder and CEO of the breakthrough healthcare startup Identifi AI. This startup on his way to revolutionize a prenatal genetic testing. But he will tell more about his unique technology and business he developed by himself. Please meet Amir. Hello, Amir. Good to see you. So
Hello,
how are things going?
Very good. Good to see you, and thank you for hosting me here.
Amazing. Could you tell me a little bit about your journey and how did you come to such amazing technology and business you are created and managing so far?
With pleasure. So you covered some of the milestones in my journey. Started indeed in the exact sciences. My first degree was in math and physics from the Hebrew University, and the PhD was in medical physics in the physics faculty of Tel Aviv University, where I started my interest in biomedical signal processing and biomedical data processing. So getting more of the signal that the body shouts at us, tells us, and understanding much more than just the plain science could teach us.
What I learned from your LinkedIn page, so, by the way, amazing track record. You're still working like a data scientist and helping some company like data scientist. I was surprised.
I'm very eager and I'm passionate about the science and technology itself, much more than I must say the business side, but I'm finding myself in the business chair as entrepreneur and CEO, of course. So I try to keep the small flame going on with the actual science and technology. That's right.
Why did you left your venture capital track, I would say, and move to become entrepreneur?
So it's quite not the standard, I would say, direction. It started after I finished my PhD and after the academic phase, with an amazing opportunity to join a venture capital fund, a very unique one, dealing with technology transfer from the labs of the esteemed Weizmann Institute in Israel. I think you know this institution from the inside of its physics department.
Yeah, I did PhD there many years ago.
So it was a unique and fascinating opportunity to combine science, technology, and academia. We dealt in the fund, in the VC fund, in tech transfer from pre-seed ventures, pre-seed technologies emanating from the labs of the Whiteman Institute to business, actually. And I was a managing partner there. It was a very small fund. And after the whole lifespan of the fund, 8 years, I just went on and taking my own tech transfer journey, taking the PhD thesis from science and from the lab to the clinic, to reality, dealing with ECG electrocardiogram.
Wow, amazing. So what led you to this new company? And what kind of aha moment you experienced when you decided to take this technology? As I understand, you took this technology from university and to commercialize something new that nobody ever done before.
Yes, the basic science of the technology was developed for more than a decade in the bioinformatics lab of Professor Norton. Professor Norton, a friend and a partner, has one of the more developed bioinformatics labs in the country, well known all over the world, in Tel Aviv University. And Noam and his MD PhD student, Tom Rabinowitz, back in 2019, presented a pivotal work showing that blood test, simple blood test, during the first trimester of pregnancy from the pregnant mother could teach us the whole information that can be derived from an invasive test about the genomic content, the whole genome of the fetus. So without any invasive test like amniocentesis, in this within the lab, we can have a whole genome sequencing of the fetus.
So today it's we can have it only through some invasive tests. So no any technology except yours that enable to just eliminate very dangerous invasive test and do it in non-invasively, right?
Indeed, we took it from the lab to the clinic, and we demonstrated that in comparison to current tests that can only detect very gross, large-scale anomalies, like chromosomal anomalies, which are maybe 10% of the cases, our platform technology can detect any genetic anomaly in the fetus of any scale, from point mutation, one nucleotide in the genome, to whole chromosome aberration. So indeed, as you said, this is the only test today that can cover the whole gamut, the whole spectrum of genetic diseases by using a risk-free, safe, very early and simple blood test from the mother.
Wow, amazing. Could you share something more, like your pitch deck, and tell us more about how you do these, what the business, how you're going to develop and commercialize this technology? So I would love to hear more.
With pleasure.
Identifi AI. Wow.
Yes, identify with an AI. We combine AI with Bayesian statistical methods, revolutionizing prenatal genetic testing. The company was founded back in 2021, and it's based on the science developed in Noam Shomron's lab, where in Tel Aviv we have a total funding today of $6.5 million. $2 million out of it are in non-dilutive grants from the Israel Innovation Authority, the IIA, to very developed R&D programs, and the rest is in equity investments by high net worth individuals and e-health venture VC fund, with partnerships with Columbia University, with the Clalit HMO, one of the largest HMOs in the world, and with Ultima Genomics, the new sequencing company. Looking at the current map of prenatal testing, genetic testing, right now there are the very limited in scope non-invasive prenatal testing. This is the NIPT solution that can detect main chromosomal anomalies and a very few subchromosomes, so large-scale aberration of the genome of the fetus. And there are also amniocentesis and chorionic field sampling, the CVS, which are invasive tests. In the US, only around 5% of the pregnant women undergo invasive tests. They are, to some extent, risky. And most of the pregnancies, as I mentioned, do not undergo.
Is there any reimbursement currently for invasive tests in the United States?
Sorry?
Is there any reimbursement for invasive tests in the United States?
Of course, there is reimbursement, but the reimbursement is at the thousands of dollars. It takes into account the procedure itself, which is an invasive, risky procedure, the sequencing costs, the genetic analysis and processing, and the doctor appointments. So it's in the mid-thousands. It can reach $5,000 or more dollars, and this is the reimbursement.
So what about, in your case, non-invasive tests? You have to go through all the processing to get reimbursement, or you can piggyback on what we have today?
The nice thing about our non-invasive prenatal testing that it thrives on the current NIPT solution, both in terms of the role that was paid to the market by the current solutions in the past 4 or 5 years, and in terms of the regulatory process and reimbursement. So we start from there. The market is already well aware of these solutions and is ready for them. And we are expanding dramatically the coverage of these solutions from, as I said, 10% to 100% of the cases. The regulatory pathway is not FDA, it's the lab developed test, it's laboratory test, and the reimbursement would start at the high end, high profile insurance, health insurance and health plans, and then go to wider and wider population. Nowadays, NIPT, the coverage of NIPT, or the percentage of pregnancies that use NIPT reach in some states in the US to 40 and 50%. In Northern Europe, in some countries, it reaches between 80 and 90%. So the market is well aware and very ready for these tests.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so please go on.
Just a little bit about the technology and the process. I think it's very interesting. Everyone of us, you and me and everyone, has the whole genome, the whole DNA in his or her cell, but we also have a huge amount of fragments of DNA, very tiny fragments, between 100 to 300 nucleotides. Compare this to the 3 billion nucleotides that compose the entire genome. In the plasma, just in the blood, floating around, every test tube will contain hundreds of millions of those fragments. And using our methods, our algorithmic methods, we can combine those fragments of DNA, it's called fragmentomics, the technology, to align to a whole genome sequence. The thing is that the blood of a pregnant mother contains not only her own DNA, but also a small amount of the fetal DNA, the DNA of the fetus, also fragmented into very small fragments. So by the end of the first trimester, around 10% of the DNA fragments are from the fetus and 90% are of the mother. What we do in our computational solutions and the technology of Identifi is purely computation. We first separate the fragments in the sample to metaphorically to two bags, a small bag of the fetal fragments and a larger bag of the mother, and then we take the fetal fragments of DNA and we align them to provide a whole genome sequencing of the fetus. This is done computationally, and then we can focus our metaphoric lens wherever we want in this genome. If we know of a specific gene or a specific region that is that we want to check, that is suspected, we can check there. For example, if the parent, one of the parents or both of them, are known to be carrier of a genetic disease, and we want to know if they inherited it to the child, to the fetus, we can check it. If you want to do a whole genome screening of 10 or more specific disease, we can do that.
Wow, amazing. So smart solution. So we don't have to we don't have to touch the fetus. We have everything from the mother.
Exactly. And it's a platform technology enabling us to actually look wherever we want in the genome.
Amazing. So I have a question because I'm really very, very much excited about this opportunity for pregnant women and for the families. So you are talking about, so you can have the whole spectrum, what gene of fetus really delivers, right?
Yes. We can focus on specific chromosome, we can focus on specific region in the chromosome, we can focus on a specific gene or a group of genes, and within this gene, we can focus on specific regions. The same computational technology, same computational algorithm and solution is suitable for all the examination that we want to do. We do not have to provide like a keyhole and a key solution for specific condition.
Yeah, it looks like a super solution. Really, that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, please continue.
Well, just the last one is to stress the fact that it's a very fast time to market, since no FDA is needed right now. Maybe 3 or 4 years, FDA will take over the regulatory pathway. But right now, analytic validity demonstration of between 25 and 50 samples is enough. We have started, actually we launched it last December, the first US clinical study together with the Columbia University and the Columbia University Medical Center in New York, together with one of the biggest names and biggest experts in this domain, Professor Ronald Wagner. He is the pioneer in Johannesville sampling and in chromosomal microarrays, and he is the principal investigator in our study. We expect the interim results from this study to be ready and analyzed by the beginning of the next quarter, Q2 2024, and the ultimate results of the study by the end of this year. So actually next year, by the end of the first quarter 2025, we are ready to go to the market. So it's a quite short path and fast, very fast timing to market.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like some winning solution for everything, for business, for women, for our humanity. I think it really has a huge impact on our humanity.
Yes, we believe so. We think it's the vision is huge, and I think the potential, and we're starting to demonstrate the feasibility of this potential.
That's amazing. Okay, interesting. So currently, what kind of go-to-market strategy you are identifying AI, and you're going to implement.
I guess you and the rest of the viewers know SaaS, software as a service model. We are focusing on a bioinformatics as a service, BaaS model, to enter the market with our solution. In this model, we will offer the product, the solution, as a cloud-based computational algorithm solution. We do not touch the actual blood sampling. It's the same, the procedure is the same, or the genetic, the sequencing, the wet lab work sequencing the genome. We leave them as are, and we are taking from the already in silico, already files, and implementing our algorithms. This will be the first approach and first entry to the market.
Amazing. So you don't have to design some new way to take the samples. So you can actually apply your technology to the current samples, to the current blood test, and just to enrich this test with these results.
Exactly. It's a dramatic boosting, expansion of the current test using exactly the same routines as the medical system, the healthcare system is used to, and the clinicians are used to. The genetic report that we will produce is also identical to the genetic reports that clinicians and geneticists are used to. So as little change as possible in the workflow of the doctors.
Yeah. Looks so nice. You cannot be true. Also amazing, so amazing business. And so what is the feedback from community, physicians community? You know, physicians are very conservative. So what is the feedback from medical and physicians community?
Physicians and clinicians tend to be conservative, and I think we should thank them for being conservative because it's our health. So first of all, don't jump into novelties, but in our case, the non-invasive prenatal testing on large scale have already demonstrated very good, very high performance, very good accuracy. And we are simply expanding it using more advanced and more sophisticated computational methods. We are able not only to statistically identify different numbers of chromosomes. This is one example of the current classical, so to speak, entity, but we are able to align and sequence the whole gene. This is something that is well known in sequencing labs, in wet sequencing labs. So I think right now what we see is a very encouraging acceptance and receptiveness from geneticists and from physicians, MFM experts, maternal fetal medicine experts. Actually, we encounter more and more clinicians that are enthusiastic to check with us, study with us the technology, and to start using, first of all, for research use only, and then in the clinical practice. So wherever we go, we just encounter, when will it be ready? This is the question.
Wow. Thank you, Amir. Thank you very much. I really learned a lot, and so I'm very happy that such technology exists and has a huge impact, potentially, at least potentially for now. But I wish you a very fast growth, and I really with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to you. We are materializing this potential with the wonderful team, the research team, bioinformaticists, and the data scientists in the company. It was a pleasure appearing here with you.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to learn from you. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.